Hey, Onion back with my playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV Online. This is main story quest, Stormblood. We're in the level 65 part of the main story quest. New area, plus possibly new dungeon. Alright, here we go. Oh, everything's text-to-speech, so people with dyslexia, bad eyesight, or legally blind can enjoy the story. We can actually hear it being read to us, and not just the cutscenes or normal voiceovers. Alright, thanks for joining, please enjoy.
If all are ready, let us depart for reunion in the Azim Steppe. Our route will be somewhat circuitous. We will need to return to the Ruby Sea and head north along the coast, past Asari. From here we will turn north until we arrive at a cave, through which we must pass in order to reach the Azim Steppe. Lise and Gesetsu have already gone on ahead. We should carry on as well.
Ah, there you are. This is the cave. After you, Onion.
I remember the emptiness, vast and endless. The Azim Steppe, home to countless roaming tribes. A sacred land, watched over by elder gods. Here, we would find Doma's salvation. With the wind at our backs, we walked on, in search of hope, in search of him.
I give you the Azim Steppe, Onion. Though I should say that this is but one small portion of it. Despite the close proximity, Domans rarely venture this far north. Most find these lands and their people strange and foreign. Fortunately, those who frequent Reunion are more welcoming than most. Come, it is not much further. Welcome to Reunion, my friends. Here is where we will begin our search for Lord Hien. When last I spoke with Lord Hien, he said he spent much time in these markets. I had hoped we might find him here today, but alas.
Hey, Yukadi, I've been meaning to ask. There are an awful lot of Zayla here, aren't there?
Oh, I assumed you knew. The Azim Steppe has been home to the nomadic tribes of the Zayla since antiquity. More than 50 roam these lands, and though they do not constitute a nation, there is a hierarchy of sorts, determined through ritual combat.
Funny. If they're so busy fighting each other, you'd think the Empire would be able to march in and take the steppe with ease. I wonder why they haven't.
Why indeed, Lise? Why indeed? Perhaps they see little value in it, especially given the fierce reputation of the Zayla warriors who would fight tooth and nail to oppose them.
These lands were not made for men. The soil is thin, and the weather unforgiving. The Zayla found ways to survive, it is true. But they are made of sterner stuff than most Imperials, conscript or citizen.
Thanks for taking the time to explain. It sounds like I've got a lot to learn. Later, I mean. We're meant to be looking for Hien.
People from many tribes gather in Reunion to trade goods and information. I should be surprised if we cannot learn something of value here. Let us make our inquiries separately. Onion, why don't you speak with some of the merchants here?
Boots. Fresh boots. Your choice of lamb or jaw. Guaranteed to satisfy. How many will you have, miss? A. A doman? Unless another Dayscar is keeping him in her yurt, he is not here. More fool her if she took a doman for a husband. But enough about demons, let us speak of boots instead. You cannot come to the Azim steppe and not sample this most traditional of delicacies. What fortune you have to come hither at this time. Freshly slaughtered, every cut available on request. Organs too, hearts, livers, brains. Or a brace of blood sausages, if you desire only a snack. A doman? Poor meat they make, demons. I jest. I did see a young mole in the company of one some few days ago.
Roasted fish with pumpkin. An exotic foreign delicacy, cooked to perfection, beloved without the steppe. Come, you seek domans? Then you are come to the wrong place, my friend. Delicious as my foodstuffs are, they find little favor with those from the south. Now, if it were Goro you were looking for, on the other hand, then I might be able to help you. They flock to my stall. I have brought you a new brush, my beloved. So smooth and silky your mane shall be, the envy of every other man. Say again? You are seeking who? Ah, the doman. I know of whom you speak. He comes and goes with a mole girl, though I could not describe her. I only know that she is mole because I heard them talking as they passed.
With the chat mode in say, use your keyboard or the software keyboard to enter any phrase that contains mole to ask the Zayla in reunion if they are of the mole tribe.
I am Yura, if you must know. Come down from the mountains in the north. If there is nothing else. There. You did well to travel so far. You take me for a mole. I am Oranir. Compare me not with one so weak and lowly. Yes? I am Mole. My name is Kirina. May I help you? Oh, I see. You are looking for Hien. In that case...
How urgent this business must be to leave our conversation unfinished. The Kinsai. Will you buy it? There is but one bundle left. If not, then...
I will. Though I had not thought to pay so high a price.
It is a bargain for which you should be grateful. If you lack the coin, then the fault is your own, and you will leave with nothing.
Please, I must have the Kinsai. The gods themselves requested it. We are bound to their will.
Pay me the difference in whisper root. I will sell it to the next apothecary to pass through reunion, and we will each feel fairly treated. But do not tarry. Should another come before you, coin in hand, I will not refuse him.
I understand. Thank you for this kindness. I am sorry, but we must speak of Hien later. I cannot leave reunion without that Kinsai. You want to help me, is that it? I do not know what to say. Thank you, Onion, thank you. The lumbering ones we must fell wander the plains to the west of reunion. If we each harvest 2, then we should have enough whisper root. Return here when you have finished. Good. Welcome back, Onion. Have you brought the whisper root? Blessed is he who shows kindness to strangers, for with fortune does he ever ride. Will this quantity suffice?
It shall. The Kinsai is yours. The gods favor you more than you know, child. Ujin rarely have need of such herbs, and so my stock is limited. Had you come a day earlier or later, I would have none for you.
Perhaps the gods guided me here, as they guided grandmother. As they guided this woman from the west.
Hey! How goes the search? Any luck?
What fortune to meet a friend of the young master!
Well met, Cyrena. If you have an inkling as to the current whereabouts of Lord Hien, we should be most grateful for your assistance.
Oh, please! It is I who should be grateful.
Ha
Hold! What is this? I came first, you second! Know you to whom you speak? All people of the steppe should. Or have you fought so much that you have forgotten the face of your superiors? Superiors? I spit on your superiority, little prince! Twisted and mad as sand devils your kind are!
Those two don't seem to like each other very much.
Those boys are of the Oranir and Dothal, the two strongest tribes. The children of Azim are destined to rule, so they declare to all who will listen. Their word is law. For now, grand, flamboyant fighters, but deadly, very deadly. He prances as a horse, as do his brothers after their many recent victories. The Undying ones too are strong, fearless, and vicious. They often reigned in the past. Now they are sorely tested. Ah, the master of the markets. He is Castir. To fight in reunion is forbidden, and to break the peace is to be banished forever. This he says without words, for words are lies to the Castir. They do not speak.
That's interesting. And all these different tribes share the same lands, do they? No wonder it's tense.
Ha! I shall look for you on the field at the Nardum. Mark my words! As shall I. Mayhap I shall take 11 more Dothar heads to make a dozen with yours. I look forward to the day.
The dispute will be settled at the Nardum?
A great battle held on the final day of the Sahan San. During this time, all bonds of hierarchy are broken. All Zayla are equal and free to prepare for the fight. The tribe which triumphs in the Nardum rules until the next Sahan San, which in these lands is now.
Ah, so that is what they call the custom. I presume your tribe will also be taking part?
Not all seek the Dawn Throne. Some are satisfied with their lot. Others, like the Castir, have reason to remain neutral. Them all are lambs among wolves. Long were we content to remain apart and live quietly, but... Never mind that. You seek Hien, yes? I...
Long ago, my grandmother, having received a vision from the gods, bade me go forth into the southern mountains. It was there that I found Hien, near death from many wounds. I brought him to our village, and there we nursed him back to health. Afterwards, he chose to remain, that he might repay us for our kindness. Daman set much store by honor and shame, so at first I did not question it. Excuse me, if I could see your map for a moment. Here, he has grown fond of this place. It affords him a view of the markets and the steppe. I would accompany you, but I must return to our village to prepare my grandmother's meal. Thank you again for your assistance.
Our long-awaited reunion is at hand. Come, my friends, let us go and greet our lord and master.
The Kami are merciful! My lord Hien, I see you are alive and well.
Ah, you are come sooner than expected. So, My blade or my head? Which would you have of me?
The people of Yansha remain loyal to Doma. I have seen the fire in their eyes. They are ready to rise up and fight. The time is ripe, my lord. Return with us, blade in hand, and lead Doma to freedom.
Naught less than liberty will suffice, then. A pity. It will prove far more difficult to deliver than my head. But if my people wish to pursue an impossible dream, then who am I to deny them? You, Giri! Go-Setsu! And,
The scions of the Seventh Dawn, my lord. Good and true friends who opened their hearts and homes to us when we fled to Eorzea. Far across the sea they have journeyed to stand with us in the fight for Doman liberation. To oppose the Empire, as they have in the West, where they are lauded as heroes for their many deeds.
Say no more, Yugiri. Say no more. I observed how you helped Cyrena, to whom I am deeply indebted. For that and for the aid you provided my people, you have my deepest gratitude. There is no doubting your strength nor your character. It would be my honor to fight by your side. So, what of Doma? Arise, my friends, and tell me of our home. I have made my decision. Yugiri, I bid you return to Yansha and take charge of our forces in preparation for my homecoming. As for our esteemed guests, I would ask that you remain here with me. I sense you will be a great help in the coming days.
Your will is my command, my lord, but how much longer do you intend to stay?
Oh, only until I have won the contest? I mean to return at the head of a Zayla army.
You mean to participate in the Nardum?
Have you a better idea? Consider how soundly we were defeated before. The Imperials may have since grown weaker, but we are weaker still. It would be folly to challenge them without first supplementing our forces, so yes, I intend to win the Nardum and enlist the aid of every able-bodied Zayla I can. Furthermore, by championing the mole in the contest, I can at last repay their kindness. Lest you forget they saved me from certain death, and a man who suffers such debts to go unpaid is without honor and unfit to lead.
Just so, just so. Our lord has spoken, Yugiri. But take heart. I shall keep him safe. And should it come to it, bring him back by force.
This is no laughing matter, Gosetsu. But if these are my orders, very well. Once more I place my faith in you. Pray look after them both.
Looks like it's up to us then. Though it does seem a bit risky. Isn't Hien meant to be the next king of Doma or something?
So they say, though in truth I am but a pale reflection of my late father. All the more reason to entreat your assistance. For ours is an impossible dream. To set in motion a revolution that will rattle the very firmament and shake off the yoke of the most powerful empire in the world.
Onion full play, was it? Once again, allow me to thank you for your many deeds in service to Doma. For 25 years did my father rule in name only. My rule, if one would deign to call it that, has been naught in comparison. That changes now. We have a purpose and a plan, and after we take to the battlefield together, we will have victory as well. But you are a practical woman. I can tell. Disinclined to trust in words when actions speak truer. I can relate. So, you two have heard of the Nadam. The great battle for supremacy of the steppe. I learned of it during my stay with the mole. To my knowledge no foreigners have ever participated, much less triumphed in the Nadam. But, lack of precedent notwithstanding, I should think we would have good standing to bid them march with us to Doma, should we win.
Will they even permit us to fight, my lord? We belong to no tribe of the steppe.
We are not without options, given what Serena has told me. You see, in accordance with the god's wishes, her people shall participate in the coming Nadam. And when they take the field, I mean for us to fight alongside them as fellow warriors of the mole. But we need not discuss this at length here. Come, let us head north to Mole Ilo, where Serena and her people have made camp for this season.
My friends, I give you Molilo, the Katinova tribe, Demulin, resides in the largest yurt. We should go and make our introductions.
At last, the traveler comes.
Tamarun Hatun, Serena, I am returned.
Ah, you found each other.
Ours is the soil, Hien. The Domans, and the Eorzeans too.
You know us?
The gods know you, child. As do the stars in the heavens, which shone bright at your coming.
The mole hearkened to the whispers of the elder gods, which guide us in our daily lives. We know them through the Utun, like my grandmother.
Hatun, I am come to beg a boon of you and yours. That I might liberate my homeland, I seek to rally the strength of the steppe. To that end, I wish to fight in the Nardam, as a warrior of the mole. Will you grant me this honor?
To stand with the mole is fruitless. Hien, do not do this. The gods may have willed that our tribe join in the Nardam, but there is no path to victory. We are weak and our numbers few. Even with your help, it would be impossible.
I thank you for your concern, Serena. But it is precisely because of the seeming hopelessness of your cause that we must needs cast our lot with you. Were we to join hands with a more favored tribe, our victory would inevitably be attributed to them, and no one would follow me to Doma.
'Twas the gods' will that we fight. Mayhap this too is their design. Hear me then. As Hatun of the Mole, I invite you all to join with us in the Nardam. Will you look after them?
Come with me, friends. There is much I would show you.
You... wait. I would have words. A singular radiance, shimmering, like a jewel of the Dusk Mother, blinding in its brilliance. Stars flicker and flock to you. Before such gathered light, even the secrets of the gods may be laid bare. Some are fated to rise in grace and glory, others to falter and fade, though not from memory. Both will be your strength and salvation come the end. Cherish the stars and the light they bring you in the dark. For you are a traveler, are you not?
Thank you all for coming, and for offering to fight with us in the Nadam. Though I still fear our chances grim, I am grateful for your assistance. To be recognized as warriors of the mole, there is a trial you must overcome. But before we speak of such things, there is another, more pressing matter. My friends, I must warn you. The path upon which you embark is fraught with peril. You will journey unto the far reaches of the steppe to confront a terrible foe, as did the warrior Bardam in days of yore. 3 days he battled with the demon ere he returned to his people. So it is written, so must it be. Many who follow in his footsteps perish, lacking in strength of body and mind. Therefore, we must treat you to a great feast. Have I said something strange? The hungry fox starves staring at the bull's testicles, therefore warriors should be well fed on the eve of battle.
She does have a point. You have been keeping busy in my absence. A brief repast may be in order, lest we collapse of fatigue and malnourishment in the midst of our trial.
Yes, just so. However, it will take time to prepare.
Is there anything we can do to help? It might also give us a chance to learn more about your people and their ways.
Well, if you insist, I am sure that the others would be glad of your assistance. Would you go and speak with Dorbai, Lise? As for you three, you can help me with another task. For today's feast the gods decreed that we lo gulo to slaughter with entrails. Perhaps you could be the ones to do this?
That your people look to the gods for guidance I understand, but in your daily meals, I say, your grandmother must be quite busy.
Some days more than others. But every night we come together around the cook fire.
Even babes must earn their keep on the steppe. Give over the entrails, Serena. We will bring you a bounty of meat. A word of advice. Our quarries want to avoid the Zala and their settlements, but is fond of flowing waters. A thought occurs to me. How about we make a game of it, Onion? I have 6 bags of entrails with which we may lure our gulo. 3 for you, and 3 for me. Whoever returns with the greater portion shall be declared the winner. What say you? Then it is settled. Gesetsu will stand as witness. Let the game begin.
Milo are still visible in the distance. It seems unlikely that Gulo would venture this close. Hoofprints and wagon tracks are unmistakable in the earth. Perhaps there are Gulo lurking nearby. This area appears to be isolated and far from a Zala settlement. There may be many Gulo lurking nearby.
Oh, have you used all your bait? In that case, let us see the fruits of your labor.
Ho. It would seem that, at the very least, you are the faster hunter. But speed is not everything. For my part, I slew 6 gulo gulo.
Aye, that you have, my lord. As for Onion, 6 gulo gulo did she slay too. 'Twould seem you have met your match, my lord.
Ha ha ha. Of all the possible outcomes, this is perhaps the most amusing. And perhaps the most auspicious. Though I would have preferred to win the day, I shall settle for the whimsy of the kami. And with that, our game is concluded. Let us return to Mole Ilo forthwith, and let us have Onion present our meat to Serena. Mayhap you are unfamiliar with traditional Zala cuisine? Let not its appearance deceive you, it is quite hearty and nourishing. Were it not so, I doubt they could have nursed me back to health. Hey, you should have seen the state I was in.
You are returned, Onion. How was your hunt? My word, this is impressive. Or were you so hungry that you felt the need to kill so many? Well, I shall endeavor not to disappoint you all with my cooking. It will be a little while before the meal is ready. If you and Lise wish to fill the time, perhaps you could assist Dorbai. He has many responsibilities, and would welcome your help. Nor would you regret making his acquaintance, for he is liked and respected by all. You may find him by the other yurt, taking stock of us.
Ah, one of the newcomers. Welcome. I spoke with Lise. I bade her help the children gather fuel for the cookfires. I trust it will be a good experience for all. For you too, perhaps. Seek them in the south, across the bridge.
Oh, Nian. Are you here to help too? Great. So, I suppose Dorbai told you that the children and I are gathering fuel for the fires, did he? It'll need to be dried before they can burn it, of course. You do understand what we're here for, right? Only, some people can be a bit squeamish about this sort of stuff. Then again, you've never minded getting your hands dirty, have you? Anyway, we're trying to get 4 piles each. Good luck. And keep an eye on the children while you're at it, eh? Well, have you found your share yet? Good work. I hope you took the time to talk to the children while you were at it.
Lise, look how much dung we have.
Wow, I'm impressed. I thought we'd gathered a lot, but it looks like we'll have to admit defeat.
Dorbai will be happy we found enough. Not just Dorbai. Now we can continue making cheese. Not that I was worried, it was easier when we were living near that forest, but dung works just as well as wood.
I heard the mole move from place to place, that the gods tell you where to go. That must be hard on you all.
Hard? I do not understand. Why is it hard? It is better for the animals to move, to have more food to eat and land to roam. To stay in one place is harder, no? From the heavens comes the rain which nourishes the soil. From the soil comes the grass which nourishes the beast. From the beast comes the flesh which nourishes the Zala. Ours is the soil of one and all.
But you Westerners are like the Demons, you live in the same place. In villages. And all the villages in one place are part of a nation, yes? Hien talks about nations sometimes. When he was injured, he spoke of Doma in his sleep, but I did not understand his words. Whenever I ask him about Doma, he just smiles and looks to the south. It reminds me of my mother when she waits for my father to return from a long journey. But Hien will not wait any longer, will he? Because you came for him. To take him back, because his nation is more important.
I'm not sure how to answer this. A nation is a place, I suppose. A place, and the people in it, and maybe the things, too. But more than that, it's the history, the traditions, the words. The stories we tell ourselves and our children. Everything that came before and everything that comes after. The place we were born is part of who we are. We carry it with us no matter where we go. Whoever, whatever we become, that part remains, that link to our fathers and their fathers before them. It's not important to everyone, I suppose, and that's fine. But it's important to Hien. And to me.
Some call the mole fools for listening to the elder gods, but it is our way. Our pride. Our nation?
Something like that. It's something precious that you and others share, and that no one can ever take from you. But we can talk more about it later. It's time to go home. Dorbai is waiting. I'll stay with the children. Why not go and let Serena know how we got on?
Welcome back, Onion. Did you speak with Dorbai? Well. Then you will forgive me if I ask you to wash your hands. I shall pour you a cup of milk tea in the meantime. The meal is almost ready, so we should summon Hien and Gosetsu.
She needed the rest. To come so far and carry so much. Hien and his friend, too. Strange that they should vanish so soon.
Ha! Ha!
Not troubled by your old wounds, I see.
Nor you by yours. I know I should have fled with the others after Father died, instead of blindly fighting on. It was reckless and foolish, and there was naught to be gained from it. Everything to lose, rather.
We know no path save the one we walk. I myself am in no hurry to meet those who have gone before. Not while I have still to make amends.
Well said.
You are none the worse for your time in the wilderness. On the contrary, I would say you have improved.
Come now, your victories still far exceed mine. Or have you forgotten all the times you trounced me as a boy?
I feared I would not see you again.
A life so fortuitously saved should be spent wisely. Without regret would I have traded it for our people's amnesty, had it been their will. Instead, they have called for the sword, and so that is what I must be. Until this blade is broken, I can but carve a path forward. Were you truly so concerned for my well-being? You never showed it when we used to spar.
How you cried when you lost, and when your mother tried to comfort you, and when you inevitably came at me once more, swinging your wooden sword wildly. Mina's little Master Shun. What a fine young man you've become.
A man should not be addressed by his childhood name. I've told you about that before. Ah, the mask slips. And I was so close to cultivating a winning persona.
There will be opportunity enough for putting on airs after you have returned in triumph to Doma. Now is the time to show our true character.
Oh, you need not doubt my conviction. I have but one goal, to which I am wholly devoted. Join us next time, and you shall see for yourself.
Well, my friends. I for one am full of vim and vigor. I trust you feel the same. Then what better time than now to undertake our trial, and become full-fledged warriors of the mole. Now then, Serena, if you would tell us of the trial we must undertake that we might participate in the Nadam.
Ah, yes. As I mentioned before, to be recognized as warriors of the steppe, one must follow in the footsteps of the legendary warrior Bardam. He embarked on a great pilgrimage, eschewing cart and horse, and walked for many moms until he came to a holy place, thereafter named Bardam's Mettle. There, at the altar, as he did, you must pray. The altar lies deep within the breeding grounds of the Yol. To complete your trial, you must tame one. Only then will your trial be complete.
Fair enough. And where is the entrance to Bardam's Mettle?
You must journey far, far to the west, beyond Chakazo, where lie the bones of a great and wise woman. Beyond the ruins of Chilean, hidden within the mountains, is a narrow pass. Follow it, and you will come to Bardam's Mettle.
Sounds to me like it'll be a trial just getting to the trial.
More than you may know. On the eve of the Nadam, many strive to improve their fortunes, some by abducting and enslaving the warriors of other tribes. Be ever mindful of your surroundings, lest you be taken as well.
Ha! What grim expressions you wear while nodding so powerfully. Warriors such as you are not like to fall en route to a mere rite of passage. We shall proceed with all due caution, yes, but let us not worry overmuch. We will overcome this trial, and the next, until we stand triumphant. That is all there is to it, no? With me, my friends. To the west. To Bardam's Mettle.
Wait, Hian. Oh dear. I knew I would forget. Here, take these whistles. Once tamed, your Yol will hearken to their call.
Thanks. We'll try them out once we finish the trial. Let's catch up to Hian and Gasetsu. We still have a long way to go, but I think I can see that monument Serena talked about. I don't see Hian or Gasetsu, though. We should hurry. Hey, I don't know about you, but I can't shake the feeling someone's watching us. Serena did warn us about tribes that kidnap warriors and make them fight for them. Something tells me we're about to meet them.
Ah, there you are. As you can see, they left us little choice. I gather you were forced to dispatch a few yourself. So it goes. A few less warriors to face in the Nadam, eh? Chol Ain is not much further. That said, I should be surprised if our would-be masters do not try to subdue us one final time. Right. This must be the pass that leads to Bardam's Mettle. They say no foreigners have overcome this trial, but, well, there is a first time for everything, no?
Alright, I'm going to pause here. The next one is the instance, the dungeon. The unique thing is Osetsu goes in as a samurai, but he's your tank if you go in as a DPS or healer. Han's the DPS, Lisa's the healer. So I thought that was kind of interesting, but the run would take a half hour if you did it with trust instead of just running it as an instant. Duty pop. Anyway, thanks for joining. I'm going to take the night off and then join back up tomorrow with the next one. Thanks again. Bye.